So between Los Angeles and San Diego, we have the city of Long Beach. Now, Long Beach is one of the fastest growing cities within the entire state. Population is up, household income is up, employment is up, and now we're being coined Space Beach. We have more rocket companies in the city of Long Beach than anywhere else. In fact, SpaceX is just coming to Long Beach. So lots of great things going on. Not to mention at the city level, we have more development going on in the entire city than we've ever had before. So within Long Beach, we have one hidden gem, and that's North Long Beach, which is now being reimagined as the Uptown. Hi, I'm Juan, President of Sage Real Estate, the #1 apartment broker in the city of Long Beach. I'm also a real estate investor, and today we're gonna highlight North Long Beach. Now, our team here at Sage Real Estate has done extensive research on all the exciting things going on in North Long Beach. So we're gonna start a new multi-video series highlighting why North Long Beach is the next best place to invest in all of California. Within the series, we've done a lot. We've interviewed the Vice Mayor, we've interviewed development services, the economic development department within the city, local business owners, residents, and we've followed and tracked statistics and data, and we're gonna bring this all to you within the series. So today we're gonna highlight all the amazing development that's going on in North Long Beach and why I'm calling it the perfect storm. We sat down with Christopher Kuntz, who's the Deputy Director of Development Services, and with Sergio Ramirez, the former Deputy Director of Economic Development Services with the City of Long Beach. All the information that we're gonna share with you is super exciting, and I hope you, the viewers, will see the vision that the city sees and that we see here at Sage Real Estate for North Long Beach. Now, what's important to note is if you go to North Long Beach now, you will not see this change yet. But the reason for this video is to let you know that North Long Beach is in a path of growth, and all this potential, all this excitement is coming very soon. So for investors who are looking to invest in the next best place, you're gonna see why. Now, traditionally, when people think of North Long Beach, a lot of folks kind of have a negative connotation when it comes to it. And they think of crime, they think of violence, low property values, a place that's really not desirable. And if you come to Long Beach, avoid that section. There's nothing to do up there. It's not exactly sightly. Even Wikipedia has said that North Long Beach has lower working class residents. In fact, not too long ago, North Long Beach didn't even have a bank, a brick and mortar bank, a Starbucks, or even a library. Now, all of that is changing as we speak.
We have a lot of residents with a lot of stability, and they're coming to other parts of Long Beach, other parts of the region to do their shopping for goods and services. And we're trying to work with our partners to provide that more locally. And we're removing all of the barriers that might traditionally prevent that from happening. So over the last several years, we've done the Up Plan for Uptown Long Beach, which is a complete rewriting, not tweaking, not making little adjustments, but sort of starting from a white piece of paper.
Now, North Long Beach, which it's now being reimagined and coined as the Uptown, is going through a lot of exciting development. What we have is a perfect storm where we have public investment, private investment, and ownership all coming together, making sure that what's gonna come is gonna be a major attraction. And this is great for business owners, restaurant owners, apartment investors, developers, and for the residents that live there. And pretty much it's gonna be a great attraction for anyone who comes to the city of Long Beach. The main catalyst for all this change, or the renaissance that's happening in North Long Beach, was the city of Long Beach doing something really unique. The current zoning was very limiting.
What the zoning today would allow you to do is 1 or 2 stories of a single use retail, or in some places apartment only. And the future use depends on the previous use. And if you change a use from storage to restaurant, you can't do it because you have to go find the missing parking spaces. But how can you create new parking spaces on a 50-year-old building?
Sometimes a business owner would come to the city and say, here's what I have planned for this site. And because of the current zoning laws, the city would say, no, it doesn't meet this requirement. We're not allowing that on this specific block. It doesn't have the right parking. All that's thrown out the window.
In North Long Beach, any change of use on any building that's more than 5 years old, you just do the change of use. There's no change in parking required. It means that basically every site is unlocked for a whole mix of uses. There's no more, if you want to open a restaurant, only finding a place where a restaurant went out of business. We're trying to provide that flexibility.
They've rezoned every single parcel through the corridors, Atlantic, Paramount, Artesia. And what that does, it unlocks the potential for every single parcel. Where a certain use wasn't allowed, now it will be. Where they required parking in the past, and you could never replace it with this new use. Now you can.
By the close of this calendar year, we'll have updated zoning for every parcel north of Del Amo here in Long Beach, and that is going to allow people to deliver new projects, to lease up existing storefronts, to not be stuck in sort of regulatory limbo about parking or height or traffic counts, but really to be able to deliver the goods and services and housing that's really desired in this part of Long Beach, and to really participate in the really positive change and blooming that's happening around this part of town. Having zoning that's going to produce beautiful results, buildings that look beautiful, but is a little more hands-off about dictating, sort of every detail in a very granular way, and kind of leaves it to the market and the design professionals to come up with the best project.
And why this is important is this allows for private, public to get together and figure out what is the highest and best use for some of these sites. And what's going to happen is it allows for business owners, entrepreneurs to come here and bring services that area, North Long Beach, really needs. And what's going to happen is, as these sites are unlocked and entrepreneurs start opening up businesses, it's going to bring the crowds. When you bring the crowds, people want to be there. It's a domino effect, and other developers, other investors want to be a part of it. And it turns into this really beneficial opportunity for the community, for the residents, and for business owners that are in that area. Now, one of the first things that Christopher Kuntz mentions is how there are more homeowners pulling permits to renovate their homes.
My department also administers the permit process, and we see the smallest to the largest, right? So what we see happening a lot in North Long Beach, people do have pride of ownership and they've lived there a long time, but as they see restaurants opening, better goods and services, it provides them a little more faith in their future. And we see people doing a lot of home remodels on single family and duplex properties. We see people putting ADUs into their backyard, providing additional housing, but also making a pretty substantial investment for a single family homeowner. We can talk about the big projects, but I think what we're seeing on the block by block level is people really reinvesting in their homes in the sort of ownership side of the housing stock out there. And I think that's just as important indicator and tells me that it's a place to be really excited about sort of what comes next.
So what's that mean? It means that people in that area have pride of ownership. They're reinvesting back in their properties. They're going to be there long term. This is a very positive effect that this has throughout that neighborhood. Now, along with homeowners, big developers are also coming to North Long Beach with multi-million-dollar developments. So let's talk about these developments.
The first big project out of the ground was a project at Atlantic and Artesia, a project by Frontier Development, Uptown Commons.
So this is a retail development. It's more of a lifestyle project. It brought that area the first bank. Awesome restaurants there, and it's really a unique place to visit.
We're really excited about that project. It's been super successful.
And another development is Westland Development, and what they're doing is doing a complete reimagining of a existing shopping center.
And they now are working on entitlements to reimagine that shopping center, expand it, bring new food uses and new amenities to the area. So we're really excited about that.
Now, another project that they mentioned is Lab Holdings. Now, out of all the development going on, they're probably the largest developer where they've had a lot of success. They're well known throughout Orange County and through Southern California.
First component of that project will be a new residential project by Brandywine Homes that is going to bring for sale townhomes to the area and bring more people, more residents to the area. And then some, of course, retail and experiential kind of food uses as part of the Labs project.
They're going to bring new residential units for purchase, for sale in that area, along with retail, a lot of creative other ideas. And this is located right across the street from the newly built, beautiful Michelle Obama Library. So we're here in North Long Beach. We're on site, literally on site of the newest development called The Beat, being put on by Lab Holdings. We're super excited. This specific developer has had so much success outside of Long Beach. We're talking about in Costa Mesa, the Lab, the Anti-Mall, and then in Anaheim, the Anaheim Packing District. So this developer is going to bring something special to the city of Long Beach, and quite frankly, something special to North Long Beach, which we know certainly needs it. We want to erase that misconception of it being kind of a rough town, and having a developer like him coming in here certainly makes it better. This area is going to continue to get better for anyone who's looking to invest, I'd say consider North Long Beach. Right to the left of me, we have the Michelle Obama Library. These are all factors that are going to contribute to future growth in this area. Another project that Christopher Kuntz mentioned was on the corner of Artesia and Paramount Boulevard. And this is the Bridge Industrial Project. And what this is an $84 million project.
So they're turning a former oil refinery that was just sitting fallow into a little over 400,000 square feet of Class A brand new industrial space that's sort of a mix of not just warehousing, but warehousing and office. Looks beautiful, looks like an office building. It was very important to them that tenants, employees would have a place to go eat, a place to socialize, a Starbucks, a bank. So once Frontier made that investment, it sort of unlocked the opportunity for Bridge, and that's, sort of big development.
Now, on top of all that, the city is doing a tremendous amount of investments there with the help of Public Works to clean up all the corridors.
The Public Works Department is going to be breaking ground pretty soon on a major capital project along Artesia Boulevard, which will bring traffic calming measures, making it much more walkable, landscape enhancements, and similar types of improvements are going to be identified for Atlantic Boulevard.
And what they envision is corridors where they're able to slow down the traffic, they're able to have pedestrian lanes, bicycle lanes, that encourages people to get out, walk, visit the businesses. Again, slow down, maybe park and check out an area that in the past you may have just driven by quickly. So because of the change when it comes to zoning and the complete rewrite that Christopher Kuntz talks about, here's what we're seeing. Developers are finding sites that in the past they were unable to build retail or townhomes, and now they can. What we're seeing is even on a smaller level, homeowners are pulling more permits for their own properties, whether it is to do a renovation, to add an ADU, there's an increase in that. And then also we're seeing this heavy investment from the public sector. So what we have here is homeowners reinvesting in their homes, developers coming to North Long Beach where in the past they would have never considered it, but there's opportunity now. Most importantly, the city spending their dollars on creating the perfect infrastructure to support all these needs. Now you might be wondering, why now? If North Long Beach has had this bad reputation, why are developers coming here now? And probably the best way to describe it, the owner of Lab Holdings, this is the developer, Shaheen Sadehi, said this, that when he was interviewed, what brought him to North Long Beach was that North Long Beach had the 4 C's: community, culture, commerce, and consciousness. And that when he finds that, he's going to invest in that community. So at the end of the day, what does this all mean? We have hundreds of millions of dollars being poured in to one specific area of Long Beach, North Long Beach. What's this mean to you? For my opinion, if I'm a real estate investor and I'm looking for an area that is still affordable, gives me a good rate of return on an investment, but I know that it's headed up in this direction, then I want to invest there. If I'm a homeowner and every other part of Long Beach might be out of my price range, I might look in this area. It's only going to get better. If I'm an entrepreneur, I'm looking to start a business, and maybe I'm looking to get a lower lease, I'm going to look there. There's a lot of vacant sites right now, but we know that's going to change. So this is an area that this is the type of area that if you're an entrepreneur, this is primed for you to bring that knowledge, that expertise, and creativity to this area. So there you have it. That was part 1 of our video series on why North Long Beach is the best place to invest in California. Make sure to tune in for part 2, where we have some juicy information coming out on that video. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.